Right then, let's talk about an incredible creature of the night, one that you might never even know is there. It's the flammulated owl, a tiny but mighty predator that calls the mountain forests of western North America its home. Imagine an owl, so small it could almost fit in the palm of your hand. These birds are true adventurers, traveling huge distances. They spend their summers breeding in the cool pine forests from southern British Columbia all the way down to Mexico, and then make a massive journey south to Mexico and Central America for the winter. What a trek for such a small bird. They are a true symbol of the wild, untamed places on our planet. When you picture an owl, you probably think of something big and powerful, like a great horned owl. But the flammulated owl turns that idea on its head. It's one of the smallest owls around, weighing less than a tennis ball and standing only about 6 inches tall. Its name, flammulated, actually means flame-colored, which points to the fiery reddish-orange feathers you can sometimes see on its face and shoulders. This little bit of color is a key feature, but it's their dark, almost black eyes that are truly special. Most other small owls have bright yellow eyes, but the flammulated owl's deep, dark eyes give it a completely unique and mysterious look. Despite their small size, these owls are perfectly built for survival in the dense forest they inhabit. Their plumage is a brilliant mix of gray, brown, and reddish tones, creating a pattern that looks just like tree bark. This incredible camouflage makes them nearly invisible during the day when they are resting. They will press themselves right up against a tree trunk, and you could walk past them a dozen times without ever spotting them. This ability to blend in is their greatest defense against larger predators like Cooper's hawks or bigger owls that might see them as an easy meal. It's a brilliant strategy for staying safe in a dangerous world. What really sets the flammulated owl apart from its fellow owls is its diet. While most owls are famous for hunting rodents like mice and voles, this little hunter has a different taste. It's almost exclusively an insectivore, meaning it feeds on insects. This is a very unusual trait for a North American owl and makes it a specialist predator. It's a master at snatching moths, beetles, and crickets right out of the air or off of leaves and branches. This focus on insects means it plays a very different role in the forest ecosystem compared to its rodent-hunting cousins, making it a truly unique and fascinating bird of prey. The appearance of the flammulated owl is all about blending in and staying hidden. Its mottled gray and brown feathers are the ultimate camouflage outfit for its forest home. It's like wearing a ghillie suit made by nature itself. The small ear tufts on its head, which aren't really ears at all, help to break up its silhouette, making it look even more like a broken branch or a piece of bark. This incredible disguise is crucial for its survival, allowing it to rest peacefully during the daylight hours without being detected by sharp-eyed predators. It's a masterclass in how animals evolve to become one with their environment, a true ghost of the forest. When night falls, this little owl transforms from a silent statue into an expert hunter. Its hunting style is perfectly suited for catching insects. It will often perch on a low branch, patiently watching and listening. With its amazing hearing and large dark eyes that are brilliant at gathering light, it can spot the faintest flutter of a moth's wings or the tiny scuttling of a beetle on the forest floor. It doesn't need to make big dramatic dives like larger owls. Instead, it makes short, agile flights, almost like a flycatcher, to snatch its prey from the air or pluck it directly from leaves and twigs with pinpoint accuracy. The diet of a flammulated owl is a bug buffet. They absolutely love large moths and beetles, which provide a good juicy meal. Crickets and grasshoppers are also high on the menu. This insect-heavy diet is one of the main reasons they must migrate. As autumn arrives and the temperatures drop in their mountain homes, the insect population disappears. To survive, the owls have to follow their food source south to warmer climates where insects are still active. This makes them completely dependent on a healthy insect population, not just in their summer homes, but all along their migration route and in their wintering grounds as well. This specialized diet makes them a fantastic friend to the forest. By eating so many insects, they help to control pest populations that could otherwise damage the trees. Think of them as the night shift for pest control. They play a vital, though often unseen role in maintaining the health and balance of their forest ecosystem. It's a brilliant example of how every single creature, no matter how small, has an important job to do in nature. The flammulated owl is a tiny guardian, protecting the great pine forests, one beetle and moth at a time, proving that size has nothing to do with importance. Flammulated owls are very particular about where they choose to live. They are creatures of mature open forests, especially those with ponderosa pine, Douglas fir, and aspen trees. They don't like forests that are too thick and overgrown, as they need space to fly and hunt between the trees. The ideal habitat has a mix of large, old trees for nesting and more open areas where insects are plentiful. These older forests provide exactly what they need: safety, food, and a place to raise a family. The health of these specific types of mountain forests is directly tied to the survival of the flammulated owl, making them a key indicator of a healthy ecosystem. Finding a safe place to nest is the most important task for these owls when they return in the spring. They are cavity nesters, which means they don't build their own nests. Instead, they rely on old, abandoned woodpecker holes or natural cavities in large, dead trees, which are often called snags. These tree holes provide excellent protection from predators and the elements. The male owl will arrive first and scout out several potential nest sites. He then tries to attract a female by calling to her and showing off the homes he has found. The female gets the final say, choosing the cavity she thinks is the safest and most comfortable for raising her young. One of the most charming things about the flammulated owl is its call. Unlike the loud hoo-hoo you might expect from an owl, its call is a very soft, low-pitched hoot. It sounds a bit like someone blowing gently over the top of a bottle. This quiet, deep call can be very difficult to hear, and even harder to locate, as the low frequency makes it seem like it's coming from all directions at once. This soft call is another part of its secretive nature, allowing males to communicate with females over long distances without giving away their location to predators. It's the whisper of the forest night. When it comes to raising a family, flammulated owls are dedicated parents. The female will typically lay 2 to 3 small white eggs and do all of the incubation, keeping them warm for about 3 weeks. During this time, the male is the ultimate provider. Every night, he tirelessly hunts for insects and brings food back to the female at the nest. Once the chicks hatch, both parents work together to feed their hungry young. For several weeks, they are constantly bringing a stream of moths, beetles, and other insects to the nest until the owlets are big enough to fly and begin learning to hunt for themselves. The future of the flammulated owl is completely linked to the health of our forests. Their biggest threat is habitat loss. As old-growth forests with those big snag-filled trees are cleared for logging or development, the owls lose the essential nesting cavities they depend on. Forest management practices that remove dead trees and create dense, uniform stands of young trees also make the habitat unsuitable for them. They need that mix of old and new, that messy natural structure that provides both shelter and hunting grounds. Protecting these mature mountain forests is the single most important thing we can do to ensure these tiny owls have a home for generations to come. Changes in our climate also pose a serious risk. Warmer temperatures and changing weather patterns can affect the timing of insect hatches. If the owls arrive on their breeding grounds and the insects haven't emerged yet, or have already peaked, they might not be able to find enough food to successfully raise their young. Furthermore, increased risk of severe wildfires can destroy vast areas of their habitat in an instant. While these owls are adapted to forests that experience natural fire cycles, the massive high-intensity fires we are seeing more often can wipe out everything, leaving nothing behind for the owls or any other wildlife. So what can we do to help these incredible little predators? It all starts with smart and responsible forest management. This means preserving old-growth trees and snags, which are like apartment buildings for owls and many other animals. It also means using controlled burns and selective thinning to create and maintain the open forest structure that flammulated owls love. This not only helps the owls, but also reduces the risk of catastrophic wildfires, creating healthier and more resilient forests for everyone. Supporting conservation organizations that work to protect these habitats is another fantastic way to make a real difference for these birds. The flammulated owl might be small and secretive, but it is a giant in terms of its importance to the forest ecosystem. It's a living, breathing indicator of forest health. When you hear that soft hooting call echoing through the pines at night, it's a sign that the forest is alive and well. By protecting these tiny guardians and the wild places they call home, we are not just saving a single species. We are preserving the intricate web of life that makes these mountain wildernesses so special and magical. We have a responsibility to make sure the whisper of the flammulated owl is never silenced.